Hey everybody, Daniel Fusco here, and welcome to today's 2-minute message. So we live in a day and age where we have this tendency to believe that fear is always a bad thing, right? That anytime that there's fear, we gotta get rid of that fear. Phobias are bad. And listen, some of those fears we do need to get rid of, but actually, sometimes fear is a really good thing. Let me explain to you why. The Bible teaches, and it's very provocative, that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. Lots of people are like, oh, that's why I don't want to believe in God. Why would I want to fear the Lord? But the Bible says it's the beginning of wisdom. Now, what makes that statement very challenging is unfortunately many of us have had fathers who were horrible and we feared them, and it totally breaks our relationship. And if that's your story, I'm so sorry that that's the case. But here's the thing. We should, in every healthy relationship, have a healthy fear. We should fear how the consequences of our actions would hurt somebody that we love. Like I like to say, I love my bride, Lynn, and I actually fear breaking her heart. I would never want to break her heart because she's my bride. I love her. She's my life companion. She's God's daughter. And I get to have a relationship with her. So why would I ever want to hurt her? See, that fear of the way that I might respond that could hurt her feelings, my fear of a way that I could react to a situation that could break her heart or wound her in any way, that is a very important guardrail that helps me to make sure that I am nurturing and cultivating the relationship that I get to have with my bride in a very powerful way. And so in those situations, what we begin to realize is that when you fear breaking someone's heart who you love, that is actually a very powerful thing, and it's a good thing, and it's why the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Because no matter how much education you have, if you don't realize that in the Lord you live and move and have your being, and you don't realize that there are things that you could do that could break God's heart, i.e. the very reason Jesus had to take the cross, when you begin to realize that, you begin to not do what you want to do. You do what you know you ought to do, because love, which is the overriding principle of your life, wanting to love and honor the Lord, all of a sudden you start making different decisions. You don't do just what I want to do. You say, what is the best thing? What brings the most joy to the object of my heart's affection? And in that way, fear is a very powerful and important and a healthy part of life. And we need to ask God, God, will you teach me in the most biblically healthy way how I can learn how to fear you so that my life could be a life lived in wisdom? So this is what I want you to do. First, I want you to share this video because, listen, we want to talk about this. This is if the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, we need to make sure that everyone's starting to fear the Lord so that we can live in a world that is drenched with wisdom. And in the comment section, this is what I want you to do. I want you to talk about how you're learning how to fear God. And if you're like, listen, I don't know anything about it, write that down as well so that we can begin to talk about it together. I'm just scratching the surface on these deep concepts that we want to learn and grow in together. So God bless you today.